What's up, gamers? Your boy Beast Gamer Kuma here with Guilty Gear Strive, closed beta that most of us got invited to and tried out. It went into different sessions. On Friday, you had the online mode. Thursday was the offline mode. Saturday and Sunday, back to online mode in different times to session. It made sense. This is all a stress test that you need to realize and go into. Let's get into this, or as they say in Guilty Gear, let's rock. Alright, so I'm a Chip Zanoff main, just to get that out there. Fun guy, very fast. Technically, can't take a lot of hits, so you gotta be very tactical and crazy with his movesets. So you gotta play it smart with him. I played the offline mode to get a basic handout, and special shout out to Arc System Works for sending out a guide to each character so you can know what you're doing if those that never played before. But pretty much the movesets are the same. What are differences are graphic differences, animation differences. Now there's scene transitions available where you knock a character. If you get them in a corner, you can actually keep the scene going, break through that invisible wall, and smack them to another part of the stage, which is freaking awesome. I love that. The offline mode gives you a nice deal to work around. Get your, feet on the ground. Get, some of the characters didn't really fight back that much. Like when I fought Faust and Axel, they was just like standing there, idle. But like I said, this is your pretty much training mode. We didn't have frame data and stuff like that back in the day. I mean, most people were asking for that in the beta, but I'm like, look, just play the game. Learn how those old school fighters used to learn. I mean, yes, it's convenient to have the frame data training and stuff like that, but you can still practice and learn. This is pretty much your fun run. Going back to the online mode where we finally get to play real people. This is quite interesting. I like Arc System's idea for online lobbies where you create an avatar, clothing, weapons, and this is actually new in the server where it kind of takes from what Dragon Ball Fighters had, where you make an avatar, you go into this little circle and you fight each other. You got to see little animation of the people fighting. So this time you have a weapon, so you can pull out your weapon, and once you have your weapon out, that means that you're engaged to fight anybody in the whatever lobby or region that you pick. And yes, you can back out and pick a different region. I kept it to East Coast and West Coast in the United States. I didn't jump around to any other region because there was a lot of network issues, but again, this is a closed beta server test, so relax. Once I got into some matches, there were some weird encounters where I fought an invisible avatar and boom, got into a match. Sometimes I couldn't even engage a match, but that tended to happen. But once I got into the match, it was what I expected. Here's my main gripe about online fighting games. They mostly don't work online. I mean, real talk, unless you actually playing with a buddy or something like that, where you understand that maybe they might not have a good internet connection, but so far, my buddies and I are rocking that FiOS, so we got good connection, we have good matches. Then you get that random that comes into the room, and everything goes to hell. We had all of us at green, then that one person is either red or orange, and you just like, oh boy, this is going to be one of those matches. Online for fighting games is, at times, atrocious, and I can't stand it sometimes. Even when matches that I'm winning, I'm annoyed. Like, in this case, I'm fighting this My Fighter, and I'm noticing a big drop. There's a lot of lag going on here. And I think that other person noticed. Because it was, like, stagnant, and we couldn't get out, like, most of our moves was out, and it was just really freaking annoying. I won, but still, these are things that you're going to have to deal with any fighting game, and I hope that it's going to be, well, I know it's going to get a lot cleaner once the official game finally releases. But like I said, you're going in there, you're learning the basis. It's actually pretty cool, and I like this. This is actually the drive that gets you for online fighting games. It's not really much of there's a ranking system, but the lobbies are dealt with different floors, so the better player you are, the higher the floor you go into, and if you lose, you go back down to a different level. This is actually cool. I like that whole, what's the saying? This takes me back to the days where if you lost, you get a penalty. They don't really have that anymore in games that much. Fighting games luckily keep it where if you lose, you're going to lose points in your ranking, you have to go down to another tier. I like that for a lot of online players because it gives you that drive to learn what your mistakes are and to play better. Also, at the end of each match, it gives you details of how you played. Once you hit square, you can get the details of how your play style was in that match. So you get your technical your guts, like, you know, guts meaning how much you engage into the fight, because that's the cool thing about Guilty Gear. You get rewarded on your meter the more you move forward and engage with the fighter. So the more you engage with the fighter, the faster your meter will grow, and that's why you can do all those fantastic things. The one thing I didn't test out, which I wish I did, was if we had the insta-kill meter, because every Guilty Gear game, you always have that insta-kill where you hit all the buttons and you can do a devastating one-time kill attack. Don't matter if both of y'all have full health, this is that insta-kill that ends the match in a second. I don't know if they took that out. I didn't check it out. I never thought to use it because I hardly ever used it ever since Guilty Gear 1, so I never used it. I felt it was too cheap, you know? But I get it. It was one of those desperate moves that you need to do if you're in a pinch and you just want to instantly end the match. It's not morally ideal, but hey, it looks cool either way, and you're going to have to deal with the consequences, but a win is a win, right? You can counterattack that, so think about it in that sense. The matches were pretty good. I had a lot more losses than wins, but you know, dealing with I was expecting not to totally decimate on there, because like I said, I had a lot of lag situations, and this is what I expected. But so far, I'm still in it. I can't wait to see more of the characters that are involved, because yeah, Chip may be my main, but he's not my only one. And I want to see what the storyline is going to be for this game. It looks pretty good. I mean, Arc Systems does a great job when it comes to animated fighting games. I am looking forward to this. I hope a lot of people that played will comment on the area below, and let's talk about your thoughts on Guilty Gear Strive and how you feel about it. But just remember, those that got into the lottery for the closed beta, please voice your constructive, and I do mean underline constructive, criticism to the developers so they know how to help improve their game. That's what they picked us for. We're going to help them improve the game so when it comes out, it could be more solid. And so far, Guilty Gear has not steered me wrong. So let's do that, and let's move forward from there. Other than that, hope you hit that like and subscribe button. If you dislike the video, that's cool as well. I take all criticism. And I'll see y'all in the next match. Beast out.